Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play
Final Fantasy 3. Haha!
Redundancy. In the last part, we got out of our little valley area because we managed to defeat Jin and destroy that rock, but we lost our airship. And since we don't have the mini spell to continue down south, we're now going through this little mountain area.
And we also saw a dragon go into the mountain, I think.
A very cute dragon. And we're starting off with some dive eagles. 85 HP, 52 XP, 38 gil, weak to wind type attacks, which we don't have yet. And they can drop a soft. But their physical attacks can petrify you, so there's a reason for that.
Hey, it's the cockatrice.
No, that's a different enemy later on.
Oh.
God, I hate cockatrices.
Aren't those technically the same thing, though? Anyways, now we have Rook. Rook?
I suppose it could be Roo.
Roo. That makes sense. 120 HP, 60 XP, 42 gil, they're weak to wind, and they drop potions.
As you may be noticing, basically every enemy in this area is weak to wind. And even though we don't have an attack with that, that's not going to be for much longer because the first wind type attack you can actually get in this area.
Skill up, good.
It's always good seeing your skill go up. By the way, also I should mention I ground up to level 13. I actually forgot to mention that last part. You really want to be at like level 12, 13 going into this area. I did that at the lake to the north, right below the Cave of the Seal.
But you're not overkill. You said you like being overkill, and yet you're not being overkill.
You don't need to be overkill for right now. The entire reason I'm doing my grinding in the way I'm doing it is because there are two specific boss fights in this game that I want to be levels 26 and, well, at least level 26 and level 40 something for. And I want to enter the final area, or at least the final area at level 60. So it's more so just me kind of spacing it out somewhat evenly so I can try to get as high as I can, as quick as I can before I get there. Also, we got the arrow spell, which means we can now do stuff. Oh, dragon!
Whoa! Ha ha ha! That's great.
And now we're in his nest.
Bahamut's
and yes,
nest.
that was Bahamut.
Work! It's chocobos!
Bahamut is the father of all chocobos, huh? But there's also something that looks like fire here, but it's actually something rustling in the nest. It's another guy! Hi there. Apparently he got caught by the dragon too. And this is the Desh we heard about that has the mini spell. So, he has amnesia too, so he doesn't even remember that girl. Oh man, poor her. Oh god.
Bahamut.
He's back. Ah. This isn't good. Ah, run away. So how do we get out of here?
There's no way we'll ever win fighting it. Run away, run away!
Uh-oh. Bahamut. 7,500 HP.
Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life.
2,800 XP. And we cannot win. Run away. Run the hell away. It only has one attack. Well, two attacks is actually physically attacks here because it's failing merciful. But its only other attack is Mega Flare.
Why is it physically attacking and being merciful?
Because it's early game. But he's gonna give us the mini spell at least. Yeah, a bit random to be calm right now, Dash, considering we have a dragon after us.
Wait, but he captured you and took you to his nest, didn't he?
Yeah. So we're not at the same area we were before. After falling off the mountain, we're now here. Random.
Wow.
I do believe we're actually just like southeast of that mountain, I think. Also, I unequipped, first I'm giving the mini spell to Refia just because, you know, white magic. When I got to level 13, I should mention this, I unequipped Ark's weapons, but I kept the Tonfa for later. And there's a random little healing pool area here for you to use in case you got low on HP there. The one on top, I think, is status recovery, and the one on the right's probably revivification. Either way, the forest of the midgets that guy mentioned is actually just to the south of us, but we cannot enter it unless we mini ourselves. So, I'm gonna target the party and mini ourselves. You want to do that as close to the Tozas as you can, though, because the way mini works in this game is that you have...
One defense, one attack?
One defense, one attack, and you can only really use magic as a worthy way to attack.
Gross.
Thankfully, this place has no enemies, and it also has some cute little houses that you can actually enter. Love this little song, too. I think it only plays here. So is that good? as that guy just told us, the only way out of here is a route through Miraluka Valley to get to where the Vikings live, but only the doctor knows about where that is. Also, I'm gonna say the only thing you can really buy here is midget bread. But I do want to do some shopping in the magic shop, which you can actually find somewhere in here. I think it's that house at the end of the Rail 4.
Midget bread, because it's bread and I get it. I get it now. Good.
I still don't get why it causes the sight spell to happen. And this house right here is a magic shop, and I want to buy 2 fire spells and 2 bolt spells. 1 of each to Luneth and Arc. Because since the only way they can really cause damage is to do black magic at this point, I'm going to momentarily be switching them over to being black mages for just a little bit.
Sometimes midget is used as a derogatory term, though. It's a little strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, this is the doctor's house. I forget to do it right now, but you can actually find items in those bookshelves. He needs an antidote. Thankfully, I have 6 of them. And because we did that, he's going to give us the route over to Miraluka Valley, so you do need to do this.
So you're not getting any hidden items? Oh.
I know, I do. I forgot about it because I was reading ahead of my notes for a bit. Putting everyone in the back row, and this is where I unequip their stuff so I can make them the black mages. Although I think I actually make the black mages in a jump cut. I hope I do, at least. But I don't remember because it's been about a month since I recorded this footage, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, so far, we're doing better on recording this more quickly than Chrono Trigger.
Ah, that was a time.
Yeah, we should have this done probably by the end of February. Because it's mid-January right now.
Yeah. And school and stuff. So we're only able to record on, like, Fridays and weekends.
Yeah, which, to be fair, we were basically doing that over the summer for Chrono Trigger anyway. And here we find a mithril ring. And a mithril rod, actually. The mithril ring, I gave that one to Ingus, and the mithril rod, I think I also put on Ingus, but the rods aren't really worth it. Now I'm going back for those hidden items because I realized I forgot them. We get another mithril ring. That one's going on, what's his face? Refia. And a burning staff and Cure 2, so that's a really good stuff to get there. And I also go use the end.
Woo.
That jump cut there was for me to use the end to get my spell charges back. The burning rod, I forget exactly how it works, but if you use it as an item, I believe, from your inventory, it casts fire but does not break.
Oh boy, leprechauns. They look super weird in this version, don't they?
Yeah.
Alright, leprechauns have 36 HP, 80 XP, 52 gil, and they drop potions, bomb shards, and pillows. And, yeah.
I don't remember what the pillows are. You might want to click on that and find out. If I don't remember, it's probably not worth it, but...
It seems like it's probably a sleep type of thing. Something involving
you know what? That's
sleep.
probably what it is.
You Lucky Charms.
Nah!
I love Leprechaun. I love that movie. It's so horrible.
Allow me to look up Final Fantasy 3 pillow.
You're
Just to
probably gonna
make
actually
sure.
get someone's embroidered pillow. And we're immediately going to the next enemy with a dark face. Thank God it's not called blackface. 55 HP, 80 XP, 53 gil. Nothing really else to it though. No abilities, nothing to drop. I think they
Go ahead.
I think they made the enemies in this place intentionally very simple just because you can't really do much. And I'm not gonna lie, I like the idea of dungeons like this where you're limited in some way, like the magnetic cave in Final Fantasy IV comes to mind, but I don't like it when they limit you with stuff like this, like with status elements. Because that kind of feels like they're trying to make it an intentionally cheap difficulty kind of thing.
Sheep pillow or pillow inflicts sleep. You can buy them for you can sell them for 1,000 gil. So.
Oh, well, there you go. The more you know. Not useful because sleep I don't think I ever use as like a serious status spell. I use it mostly just to get my skill level up.
Ooh, I'm so excited for my next enemy. Hee hee hee.
Well, quote unquote next enemy. You'll find out what we mean in a few moments. But welcome to the Miraluka Valley. Nothing much to really do here. About to come into the Viking cave.
Viking base. It's crazy to fight with magic as midgets, or it's crazy to fight without magic?
With that, I think. One thing I actually really like that this game does is it makes classes part of the world. Like the Vikings here, they're an eventual spell class you can get for your characters.
The
Though
Enterprise.
they look less like Vikings and more like pirates.
Pirates, yeah.
Also, there's a chest you can get here. They're a bit tricky with that passage, though.
Uh,
Oh, that's not much.
Viking is a class in Final Fantasy 3, I think. Yeah.
It is. Pirate is not. And he had mentioned something called the Nepto Shrine, and some sea dragons apparently preventing them from leaving. Also, that red mage there, over there, that was redundant, is just a magic shop for this area.
So if you fall asleep, is your status restored?
Nope.
Oh.
There is a separate thing for that. What you can do, though, is just use the mini spell to restore it, but I need to keep mini on for right now.
Oh,
Because
boy.
it's going to come in handy coming up.
I'm not hiding. Yeah, you are. You'd think that it'd
This
be like
guy-
some kind of shop.
Yeah, this guy is the oldest living Viking. And he just told us what's essentially going on. Since the earthquake occurred at the start of the game, their generally peaceful deity of this area, Nepto, is going kind of rampage mode on everyone. So we need to figure out a way to fix that. Also, there's chests. Yet again, tricky little passage. And in here we get Bolt 2, Fire 2, and Ice 2. Those will eventually all be going on Ingus, but for right now, one's going to every single mage. Lunet's getting Bolt 2, I think Ark's getting Fire 2, and Ice 2's going to Ingus. In case you're wondering how you get the magic back to being an item, you go to the magic menu and you select the item command, select the spell, it'll go back to being an inventory item.
Ooh.
Surprisingly useful, and allows you to sell spells too. And that guy just essentially gave us a deal. If we defeat the Sea Dragon, or at least make him peaceful again, he'll give us their pirate ship. I don't know why you can fire that cannon.
It's probably just some for fun.
Yeah. So now we have a goal. Destroy the dragon, we get the ship. But if you go into the ship now, you can explore. Problem is, you'll fight Nepto. And I'll let Kenny go over his stats.
Okay, so if you fight Nepto at this point, I think his stats might still be the same. He'll just be a lot easier because you're, like, higher level. But if you fight him now, he has 60,000 HP, and he wields 1560 EXP and 560 gil. So, yeah.
I'll go over a bit more in detail with that in a moment. Next enemy is a Lilliput, or a Lilliputian in later translations. Very odd name. 58 HP, 88 XP, 58 gil. Just drops a potion, but it can use all three of the base magic spells, Fire, Ice, and Bolts.
Whoa, what was that?
But
I heard some kind of bonking sound. I don't know.
oh, that may have been my knee hitting my desk again. I don't know. The thing is about the Nepto fight is you can only fight him if you go after that. So I think in like the DS version there's a bestiary. If you want that in there, I think you can only equip it then. But I don't know how exactly the DS version of bestiary works, if there even is one. Bestiaries are not worth it in games, except in Mother 3.
Ugh.
First off, I love the Nepto Shrine music. But a lot of the enemies in here aren't that bad still, just because you're still in the mini status. They're trying to keep it intentionally a bit easier. Except for one enemy, who is not in here.
The Pooty, for some reason, reminds me of the Poogie axe from from Fire Emblem 5. Excuse me, wiki page, please load.
Internet death.
Come on now. Aha! There we go. Alright. 45 HP. 80 XP. 54 gil. They drop potions, bomb shards, south wind, and Zeus rage.
Did you like X out of the tab or something? That's why you had to reload it?
No, it was like having problems
it-
actually loading.
Was it doing the thing where it was already loaded, but it had like a white screen with a loading circle in the center?
Yep. That's exactly what happened.
Did you understand a word I just said even?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay. The only enemy in this entire area that you have to worry about is something we'll be encountering in a few moments, the Bloodworm. Save your level 2 spells for him. /it. I don't know. Worms are technically both genders, I think, aren't they?
I think they're hermaphrodites.
Yeah. And also, we got the Carapace armor and helm over there. Save that for Luneth after we change him back to a fighter. And a serpent sword. Despite its name, that is actually a lightning elemental blade. You're going to want that for later. And here's the Bloodworm.
Oh boy.
98 HP, 96 XP, 62 gil, no weaknesses, no drops, but it just has some pretty decent damage to it. And considering we have 1 defense, you really want to kill it as quick as possible, hence why you want to use the level 2 magics.
Is it, yeah, the HP level is a lot. Ooh, you did exactly its amount of HP, right? 92?
90, Bloodworms have 98. And something I may have gone over this earlier, but you saw me do it there. You can target all enemies with spells by going all the way to the left, but if you actually press down at the bottom of a type of enemy, you can actually target a group of enemies. Like, I'd be able to target all Bloodworms, all Pooties, so on and so forth, if there's multiple types. And trust me, that comes in handy. Say you have, like, an enemy that absorbs lightning, but the other enemy is weak to it. I don't think that exact case ever happens, but it's there.
Oh boy,
And
look at
here's
that.
the boss.
Squeak! I won't give this to anyone. Squeak!
The boss in this area is a rat.
It's probably just a normal rat, but the fact that your mini makes it look huge! It's got 450 HP, 240 EXP, and gives you 1,000 gold. That's it.
Yeah, it's really, honestly, very vanilla enemy.
Oh, it can use the level 2 spells, so be careful.
Oh, that's right, it can it? Well, just throw it right back at it. Level 2 spells with everyone else, arrow with Refia, not too hard. But the gem he was speaking about, we actually completely glazed over this detail. Apparently, one of the reasons that Nepto is going crazy, seemingly, is that the statue in the shrine that we entered through is missing one of its eyeballs. Apparently rolled in the back of its head, and now this rat has it. So we need to calm down the sea dragon by getting its eyeball back. I don't get why that works, but it does. This boss, though, I'd actually recommend being towards level 15, 16, 17 at this point in the DS version, because this guy can be kind of annoying.
I can go over his DS stats if you want.
Go ahead. At least, like, changes to it, like increased HP and such.
Okay, so he has 1150 HP, and they have, like, an added, like, attack and defense function, stat on the wiki. He has 24 attack and 29 defense. So, yeah.
The HP buff alone is enormous. But there we get Nepto's eye, and we can leave! However, a lot of dungeons in this game actually require to walk back out, so I'm going to be doing that, but there's one more enemy we can fight, and it's right here. Were-Rat. 72 HP, 88 XP, 60 gil. That's about it. Nothing really special.
It looks exactly like... Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, it looks exactly like the rat.
It's just the fact that it's a palette swap.
Yeah. For some reason, I was looking at the Lilliput, and I was like, wait, we've seen that already. That's not a new enemy.
Yeah. The thing is, this game, I think, is particularly guilty of the palette swap that every RPG does at least once. Because there are times where you can run into a palette swap in the same dungeon. Like this. And despite that, I still think this game has some of the better enemy variety compared to, like, say, 6 immediately comes to mind for some reason. Or, 9 had some real bad cases of that, too.
I was trying to think about which ones 9 did.
1 is still the worst with it, probably, overall. And now we're back outside, so let's put the eye in the statue. It's kind of mismatched. But now he's back to normal, and he's giving us the Water Fang. The Water Fang, the best thing I can compare it to is the loot from Final Fantasy I, that thing that Sarah gave us. In that it's constantly in your inventory taking up space, but you don't use it for over half the game.
Oh.
I don't like that. Either way, now everyone's back to normal. Luneth has the Serpent stuff and the Carapace stuff. Ingus has all 3 of the level 2 spells, so now we're back to normal. So now we can actually take this ship and go around. I think this is the Enterprise, I think is the name of this thing. And next new enemy is a Sahajin.
Sahajin. Let's see if the page loads this time. And it did! Okay, so the I always called it Sahagin. It has 140 HP, 25 EXP, 70 gil, and they don't drop anything. There's no other useful information apart from the fact that they are weak to thunder, like most water enemies.
Which is why the Serpent Blade comes in handy. You can actually encounter these guys earlier, back in the lake that I was talking about that I did some grinding at the beginning of, I think, the last part. That was this part, where I grinded to level 13. In fact, you can run into all the enemies from the ocean in there for some reason. And this is a town. Welcome to Tackle. This place looks like it's had some better days.
What?
Look at him go.
Eek, don't kill me!
Apparently people are scared of us for some reason. So let's check out this house. Oh, hello, little boy. You can't run from me. Get back here. That sounded creepier than it should have. Oh, boy. Apparently, they think we're going to try and kill everyone. Some soldiers, using the Crest of Argos, the place we were told to go next, raided the entire place. So something's going on there, because apparently King Argus is supposed to be, like, very peaceful.
It might have something to do with Nepto being not happy.
No, it doesn't. Nepto is never brought up again.
Aw, too bad.
Apparently there's a giant tree moving around in the deserts. So something's going on here that's not normal. But one thing that this village is especially guilty of is that there's a lot of hidden items. Let's talk to this elder, see what he has to say about stuff. Apparently... Well, that's everything we entirely knew, actually. Huh. Could have sworn he said some new stuff.
I also really like
There
how
is
the
some new items
fireplaces
in here.
are.
We got a 3-part nunchuck. How the hell does that work? Oh. Well, that's how. Thank you, Dante. On a serious note, the Cerberus weapon in Devil May Cry 3 is still one of my favorite weapons in the series. I still can't tell why, but it is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you get that item. You get that weapon very early on too. It's from the first major boss. But now that I have that, I do believe I give that in the Tonfa to Ark, as well as the Kenpogi, which is just better for him. I keep that on him for a while too. I do like how they have a lot more of class exclusive equipment in this game, something that I think Final Fantasy V didn't do that well with, but it also means that there's more inventory space they could take up.
Is there something like the Merit Award where anyone can equip anything?
Nope. This game also has a fairly limited inventory. Not as limited as 1 and 2, but fairly limited. I think you have like 60-something spaces.
I think that's worse than 4. 4 you had as much space really as you wanted.
No, 4 was limited.
Well, 4 was I mean, 9 is also limited. It just doesn't seem like it is.
I run out of space quite frequently in 4, except the DS version. The DS version had basically an infinite one. And then we get a freezing staff that's basically the same as the burning staff, only it's ice elemental. Obviously, I'm putting that on Refia just because now she can actually do some decent elemental damage just by using her items. So we have an idea that there's something going on in the desert, and we want to head west because apparently there's something called the Ancients Village over there. I think someone's mentioned that before. So let's go on, and that is a walking tree. Huh.
Is it like the ruby weapon?
No, that's actually story related. We'll see that eventually.
Oh.
Huh, well there's something very out of place about that forest. But we won't find out what it is until next part. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great night. Take care. And in part 3, we'll be continuing on into the Ancient Village to see what else we can find here. See you guys then.
Bye-bye.